Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back once again, bringing you another tutorial with a brand new video on the channel. And today I'm going to show you how to back up your TV box with a Rockchip processor. Just a reminder, this video is only for Rockchip processors, okay guys? You're going to back up your ROM and keep it saved so that in the future, if you update your TV box with some other system you found online and end up breaking your TV box, you can recover it using the ROM backup you made. It's really important for you to back up your TV box, especially if you plan on experimenting with ROM updates. This way, you'll have the original ROM from your TV box in case something goes wrong during an update. Remember, this video will only work for Rockchip processors. So, what do you need to make this backup, guys? Your TV box, right? A computer or a laptop, and a USB cable, okay? This USB cable should have the same type of connector on both ends. One end goes into the laptop, and the other end goes into the TV box. If you don't have this cable, I'll leave a link in the description from Shopee, okay? I'll find a cheap one and put the link in the description so you can buy it online. And you'll need a stick to do this procedure. A toothpick, right, so you don't short-circuit the board. Set it aside, or you can use a matchstick too. And in the first pinned comment, I'll leave the file for you. There are two little files you'll need to make this backup. And it's really simple, guys. I'm going to open my folder here, okay? I'll switch to my screen so you can see. These are the files right here. They're in RAR format, okay? To extract them, you need to have WinRAR. It's really easy to install. You can find it online, or you can use 7-zip or any other program you prefer. I'm going to click on both files, right, select them, right-click, and choose Extract here. Then just wait for it to finish, okay? It's already extracted the files here. And now, guys, I'm going to delete these two files here, since I don't need them anymore. These are RAR files, since I've already extracted the folder, but if you want, you can keep them too. On this screen here, you'll see this Rockchip Android tool, right? That's the app that's going to do the backup. And here you have this driver assistant that you'll need to install on your computer. You right-click on Drive Install and run this file as administrator. Here you click on Install Drive and wait for the process. It's pretty quick to install. Alright, the driver is installed. You go back to the previous screen. Just a reminder, this driver is so your computer can recognize your TV box. The next step here is to go into this folder right here, Rockchip Android tool. This is the file you're going to run. You're going to open this file here, Android tool, right-click on it, and run it as administrator. You'll need to click Yes here to run it as administrator. And now comes the process, folks, for you to simply connect your TV box to your computer, your PC, or your laptop. Just follow along. What are you going to do? You're going to plug a cable into the laptop, in my case. That's what I do. I plug it into the laptop. And here, guys, there's a little click you'll feel. That's the reset button. There's a reset button. You press it, right? It's in this AV port here, as you can see, and you're going to connect the cable there. On the screen, it is there in device found. That is, no TV box device is connected to it. I'm going to connect it now, and you'll see that it's going to change there. It needs to recognize it so you can move forward. Otherwise, you won't be able to do the backup. Alright guys, USB is connected here. Look, the TV box is connected to the computer. This message will show up here. Look, loader device. That means it's connected. If this connection doesn't happen, you won't be able to back up the ROM. You can try using another USB port on your computer, or check if the driver was installed correctly so the connection between the TV box and your computer works. Now you're going to this tab here. Look, Advanced Functions, and in this field here, Start, you're going to enter 0. And in count, you're going to enter 2. And then you're going to click here, Export Image. You click there, and it will generate a file in a specific folder here. Look. Let me go back here to the folder we extracted. And inside the Rockchip Android tool, there will be this output folder. All the files that are generated here in Export Image will go into this output folder. So what are you going to do next? You're going to right-click on this image file and rename it. You're going to name the file parameters, then add a dot, followed by parameter.txt as the complete file name. Make sure you include the dot before the file extension so it reads exactly as parameters.parameter.txt. Alright, click outside and it will be saved. Now it will be saved as an image file. You right-click. I'm going to open it here with Notepad, okay? In your case, you can open it with any software that recognizes TXT files, but I prefer Notepad because it's simpler. It will open this file here, right? What are you going to do? Let me expand the screen here. And here, there are thousands of pieces of information inside this file. You're going to hit enter here, folks, right after these colons. Look. There's some information here, right? Init, RK29XNAN. After the colons, you hit enter. This is mostly just to organize the files, you know? Then after the comma, I'm going to hit enter here too, and enter here as well. You're going to hit enter after every comma, so it's more organized and easier to work with here in Rockchip Android tool, guys. Let me go through this whole process here. Alright, everyone. I've already organized it here. Guys, what am I going to do now? I'm going to press Ctrl S to save it, okay? So I don't lose the formatting I just did. I'm going to shrink the window here a bit. Look. I'm going to make it smaller here because I'm going to do a process between the Android tool, right? The Android tool and the notepad that I'm using here. So what are you going to do, guys? Here, as you can see, there's the @ symbol here, right? The @ symbol. Every single one here has an @ symbol. You're going to copy what's after the @ symbol, okay? And you're going to paste it here, look, in Start. And what's before the @ symbol, you're going to put in Count. Then you're going to click here, look, Export Image. Remember I said it would go to a folder? You're going to click there, and it will export the image to this folder here, look, Export Image. I'm going to copy this name here that's in this folder, okay? The boot, and I'm going to rename the file it generated here, look. And at the end, I'm going to add .ing. Then I go back to the other screen and do the same process, see? I'm going to grab down here, copy what's after the @ symbol, right? I'll paste it here in Start, and what's before the @ symbol, I'll put in Count. And I'm going to click on Export Image. It will generate a new file there in the Output folder. I'm going to copy the name here, okay? Trust. You're going to do this for all of them, guys. For all of these here, you're going to follow this procedure. Click on Rename and add .ing. I'm going to open it again here. Look. I'll copy the last part, right, after the @ symbol, put it in Start, and before the @ symbol, in Count. Export Image, then I copy this miscellaneous here. I go back to the folder again, and I'm going to rename it here. Simply add .img. I'm copying the last one here again, just like before, so you can see the process one more time. And now, once again, I'm going to export it here. As you can see, look closely, ing. This way, You can follow each step as I repeat the export process. I'm going to copy the name here again, right? The one that's in front. And I'm going to rename it here, guys. Copy the first one. Copy the last one at the start and before the @ in the count. Export. Copy the word resource. Guys, you're going to do this for all of them here. For all the files, you're going to follow this same procedure. I'm going to fast forward the video and I'll be back with you guys in a bit.
2,000 years later.
Process completed here, guys. Let's do this last one here, which is system, right? Let me copy the system here. It takes about 5 to 6 minutes because the system is a large file that it generates here, guys. I'm going to open the folder again. I'm going to rename the file. Look, rename. And I'm going to add .img here, just like the others. As you can see, look, what happened here, guys, is that I took this number, right? Put it here in start, count, and here it converted it for me into a file in this output folder. What did I do next? I took the name, right, of this file that was being generated and replaced it with these names here. Look, each file generated, I replaced with the name that's here at the end. It's important to add ing, otherwise you'll run into problems, guys. Always use ing. So that's what I wanted to show you all. The backup is complete. You can now take these files here and put them on a flash drive, right? Or put them on a memory card so that if your TV box has any issues or bricks, or if you try to install a new ROM or firmware on your TV box and something goes wrong, you'll have the old ROM from your TV box, the old firmware from your TV box. So that's it, folks. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. And if you want to see me installing this backup on the TV box, just leave a comment below and I'll make a new video showing you how to install this backup on the TV box. So, thanks for watching the video, subscribe to the channel, and on the end screen I'll leave 2 videos related to this topic. Click on one of them and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks, see you next time, I'm out.